Oh, you're in for a real treat.
Hang on to them hats and glasses, 'cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
It's the DIZPod, where dreams come true. With Corey and Lawrence, we'll explore with you. Feel the magic.
Gets his stuff and gets ready to leave. And I was like, you're leaving?
Together we'll make memories.
And he said that's when he was like, okay.
Yeah, so...
But, so why'd you pull over then?
I was probably more scared than anything. Pull over.
That's why they chose the music they chose, and that's why that they laid this life out, you know, from birth to death in this show. It's actually much more to it than I think a lot of people realize until we really start to see it more.
I'm going to skip out because I do have to do my football show where I will be picking the Patriots to lose this week. By the way, go Raven, out!
Well, I'll talk to him later. Pete is great. Love Pete.
In the house, sometimes we would have 30.
You had the house to hang out at then.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Stevens.
What's up, guys?
Welcome.
I just said, let's go live on YouTube. People might like to see that. Believe it or not, that first night we got 1,000 people watching. I don't...
You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
Hello and welcome for the second episode of 2026 on the DIZPod and its second episode back at Living in Diz. Again, so excited for that. If you are watching now, you are watching live right now. And we thank you for that. We do this live because we do it for you. And if you need to watch or listen later, you can do it right here on this very channel or over at the YouTube Music app. Just look up the DIZPod there or on Amazon, iHeartRadio, Apple, and Spotify. So, yes, always excited to do any previews for festivals, Lawrence. You know that. And you made a comment in the moderator chat that not much like prep or rehearsal has to go on. Not that we really do that, but it's just one of those easier ones to just go off the cuff and have a great time with it.
True. I mean, the data is there. I'm just pulling it all in, and then we just get to chat about it and talk about what our favorites are and skip over words in other languages that we don't know. So that's fine.
Oh, we give the opportunity for people to really butcher us and make fun of us because we can't read half the menu, but I challenge those who make fun to read the menu. Maybe we'll have them on. They can read it for us.
This one's probably easier than food and wine. I think food and wine's probably the worst.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw a couple words when I looked at the menu the other day,
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, the whole French booth, I'll just skip it.
Yeah, I just go for like the ingredients.
That's it.
Like this is this is that. So, yeah, it's getting cold here in Florida. It's getting cold there in North Carolina. So we're anticipating maybe a very cold Saturdays. And I was saying off air that, it seems like every year for Festival of the Arts, at least one visit is where we're totally bundled up. Winter hat, jacket, gloves, and it's just the way it is. It's okay. I was thinking this today. You know what the worst part of that usually is? And this might shock some people because you're used to most likely coming to Disney when it's hot out.
Mm-hmm.
And you go into an attraction building and you go, cool air. But this messes with your brain because you're all bundled up and warm. And then you go into an attraction and you go, oh, God, now I'm sweating because the heat is on. Disney will turn the heat on.
Yep.
Some of these attractions. So not looking forward to that part.
I remember one trip when Finley turned 3 and I was proposing. We had a lot of people there and we went to see Harmonious and it was so cold that a lot of them went into port of entry and Disney traders to try and buy jackets, sweaters, blankets, anything they could. So I had family members walking around with blankets on. So yes, it does get cold in Florida in February. So, and yeah, it's 51 here right now, going down to 28 tonight. So luckily it's not trash night, so I don't have to go out of the house anymore.
Oh, that's good. Trash nights. My trash night is Monday and Thursday.
Oh, I only have one Monday.
Yeah. Trish Rubendahl is so excited that she convinced her daughter to come back to Disney with her, but not until the January of next year. But at least it's going to happen. Put that countdown on.
That's right.
So that's great. Susie Q is here in the chat. She says the Spirit jerseys finally come in handy down there. That is true. That's true. Totally true. But we might be talking about something that needs a little bit more than a Spirit jersey. Maybe two.
Yeah. Find the Fun says 50s isn't cold. Well, you're up there in the northern part of the country, so yeah. I mean, 50 when I lived in New York, that was nothing, right? When you lived in Maine, 50 was like whatever.
T-shirt and shorts in 30 degrees.
Yeah.
While hanging out on the deck and grilling dinner.
Yeah.
Easily. While standing on snow, barefooted.
Yeah. But, he's moved to Florida. I've moved to North Carolina. Things change.
I've wimped out a bit.
So,
nature.
This is my favorite festival. I don't remember what yours is. I'm sure we've talked about it.
We have, and I could pick one now, and someone could go back and be like, "That's not what you said."
That's not what you said.
And a lot of times I just can't say things with quick conviction. I can make a case for all of them, but this is what I love about this one is I feel like it's more of the laid back festivals stream-wise for us, because I feel like the nature of it a lot of times is grabbing some food from a food booth.
Mm-hmm.
We gradually work our way to a couple, 2, 4, whatever is in the general area of art displays. And we take our time. We really show a lot of the artwork. I think the viewers enjoy that, so I try to take my time, do a lot of close-ups. Sometimes the artists will do artwork where you have to find things. So I'll involve the audience in things like that. We have to find, 100 golden Mickeys or something, so that's always fun. And so it's a little bit more of a laid back kind of, a festival. So I like that for that. Is it my favorite? Food and Wine is just super long. It's for some of the better merch. The Christmas one is kind of quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can go on and on. I know I love something about all of them, so I don't know if I have a favorite. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. But this is your favorite.
This is my favorite for a couple reasons. One, the variety, right? You're talking about performing arts. You're talking about sketches. You're talking about chalk art. The food is just, this is top level designer food, if there's such a thing, right? It's just, for me, it's like there's something for everybody in this festival. You've got the Broadway performances, you have the costume display over in Communicore Hall, you obviously have food booths, and then you have all the artists. And then you'll have performing arts. There's like circus acts going on. Now, I did not see them mentioned, but I would be very surprised if they didn't come back as well. Normally, you have one over by Port of Entry, Disney Traders in the middle there. And you're probably going to have that one that's over in World Celebration Gardens. So I think you're going to see that this year. I mean, it's a great festival. But then again, like you said, then you have Flower and Garden. You have Food and Wine, and yeah, festival. There's so many good ones.
Yeah, I love them all. But maybe if I had to, I just food. Food is my favorite thing when it comes to all the festivals. And who has the biggest menu? It's Food and Wine.
Yeah.
So I'd probably give Food and Wine a nod to my favorite. But I just love what's different about the other ones. You got Flower and Garden. You get to walk around and look at all the topiaries.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Butterfly
Festival of the
Garden.
Arts. Yeah, the Butterfly Garden, Festival of the Arts. You get all the wonderful artwork. So I'd probably say Festival of the Arts is probably number 2 for me because I love the artwork. I really enjoy it. If it was longer and had a bigger menu, then it would be my favorite, I think.
Gotcha. So let's get into the festivities of the festival here. So we're going to go through and talk about the entertainment and obviously the food menus. So number 1, of course, Finley out there would love this, scavenger hunt. So it's called Figment's Brush with the Masters Scavenger Hunt. You can pick up your map in Disney Traders, Creations, or World Traveler, and then when you complete the hunt, you can redeem it for a prize. You can also redeem the prize when you get the map. I just don't think that's as fun. But if you were pressed for time, you could do that. So here's what's different about this one. Normally, with the scavenger hunts, they're outside, right? You're looking for Remy up on the top of a building. You're looking for Olaf somewhere. You're looking for Spike. This one, you're looking for pieces of art. And so they are inside the buildings. So normally inside the stores or inside a building in World Showcase. So if you're going to do that, just keep that in mind. That's the only hint you're getting.
I wonder if it's the same artwork where they put Figment in a painting.
Yeah. Should be the same one.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be the same one. Purple Pleasure asks, I wonder if Disney would allow floor artists to design an illusion piece. For example, a staircase or hole in the ground. So they do have 3D chalk art. Trying to think of what was the one? Was it Hulk holding you upside down or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you did it right, it looked so real.
Yes.
I love that area of the chalk art. That is so cool.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, that's another form of art right there.
Right. And that doesn't stay the entire festival. It changes like 3-4 times, something like that. So that is something that's pretty cool.
So Magic Adventures, I would say they don't ever really reveal the prize till you go and you see it on day one. So, well, if you don't know what it is on Friday when it opens, we'll be there Saturdays, and we'll go right to the prizes and show you all what it is.
Yeah, and normally in I know in Creations anyway, they have a display case with them.
Yes.
So talking about chalk art, you do have the kids' chalk art where you have a chalkboard and then the kids can draw with sidewalk chalk right there on the main walkway in between World Celebration and Imagination Pavilion. Doesn't cost anything. It's something for the kids to do and kind of leave their mark on Epcot with chalk.
That dad is doing something I wouldn't do, like wearing jeans and getting all chalk all over him during the day.
Those pink pants she's wearing is there. I'm sure that's going to be very, very messy.
Yes.
That's a nice shirt she has on. It's cute.
I noticed Bambi's on it.
Bambi? Is that Minnie? Yeah.
Yeah. I think I see Nala.
Yeah. Here's one that I think I've only done once, and I really want to do it again when I go, is the expression section where you paint by numbers. You go over, they give you a little tube of paint or a cup of paint. They tell you the number, and you then go and help draw this piece of art. Here in this one, you can see it's going to end up being Figment. This thing is huge. How long would you say this is? I mean, it's got to be, what, 6 feet, 7 feet tall I guess 6 feet by...
Yeah, it can't be too high, right? So I'd
Yeah.
call it 6 feet, but I mean, how many feet is it? It's pretty long. I don't
Yeah.
know. Would you maybe 25 yards, 30 yards? I don't know. It's quite
huge.
long. It's quite long, and I don't think we've missed a year with this.
Mm.
I don't think we have, and it's always fun to put your mark on it, literally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, when you walk by, you visit again, you're like, yep, I contributed to that eye on, that right eye on Figment.
And it's just the squares you can see there, but by the time everybody contributes, it's a full painting. And I've heard that when they're complete, they take them down, and this is during the festival. They'll take them down and they put them in a hallway, a cast member hallway somewhere. I've heard that. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I've heard that too.
You've heard, okay.
Yeah.
So new this year is Disney Lorcana in EPCOT. So there is a collection quest and an ink and find scavenger hunt. And this will be back in Morocco, in where the lounge normally is. So now, are you into Lorcana? Do you know about it?
No, Lorcana and Dungeons and Dragons, those things, video games where it's like RPG, like when there's just too much thinking that has to happen.
Yeah.
I don't like it for myself, but does it make sense to say, I love it? Like, I love it. Like, that's so cool. I wish I was into it, but I'm just not into it. But it's so cool. Look how beautiful the artwork is on those cards, and
that's what I was
I'm
gonna
sure it'd
say.
be fun to play. And it probably just comes down to if you don't have a lot of experience with it. Like if you were into it and you had all the cards and you're like, hey, we have time, let's sit down and play. I would love to play it with you because you know what you're doing. You could guide me along, but for me to just try to play, it would feel like work. I think it would be too hard to learn on your own, but I could be wrong.
Oh, these type of games are definitely not me.
Yeah. Like I love it. Love the idea.
Yep.
Wish I was into it, but I just can't get into it.
And I know at the NC pin trading events that I go to, they have tables of these set up to play and trade and all that kind of stuff. So it's a huge thing. And like you said, the cards themselves are pieces of art. They're really, really cool.
Yeah.
So
it'd be fun just to collect them,
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see how that works out. This is the first year that they're doing that. All right, so you have chock full of characters. So this is all throughout World Showcase. You'll have chalk drawings in the pavilions. I remember this one of Luca over in Italy. Trying to remember the others, but they're escaping me right now.
You have Little Brother over in China.
Okay.
Which is Mulan's dog. That one comes to mind quickly. Other than that, I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but we will point those out during our Comfortable World Showcase walkthrough towards the end of the stream on Saturdays.
Nice.
So stick around for that, everybody. A little extra addition to the walkthrough. I like that.
Yeah.
We'll look for them all.
You also have the artful photo ops. So these are scattered all throughout World Showcase. And it kind of is your chance to put yourself into a piece of art. You have the crossing of the Delaware, and you have all sorts of different art pieces that you're stepping into. So Catherine and I did this the first year we went to the Festival of Art festival. We made sure to hit all of these booths. Now, this could be the first time that I see a show at the American Adventure Theater because I've never seen one. But here, instead of a concert like you have with Food and Wine and festival, A Flower and Garden, you have Disney on Broadway. So these are actual performers from Disney Broadway shows coming to perform in Epcot nightly, and they mix them up, and I'll show you. So you have two folks from Aladdin appearing together, but you also then have Sierra and Jelani from Little Mermaid and The Lion King appearing together. So they kind of do mix them up, which I think is kind of cool.
So we'll be seeing on that first slide, we'll be seeing Sierra and Jelani from Little Mermaid and The Lion King on the 17th.
Very nice. And so I also find it interesting, right? Like, I wonder why this is, because typically with your concerts, a performer will do 2 days or 3 days, and then that's it. Here, they're actually doing every other day. You know, they perform.
It's interesting,
30th,
right?
Then they're off on the 31st, then the 1st. You know, so it's different.
It is different. You wonder why they do that. I don't know if anybody in chat knows why they do that.
And so then you have two from Tarzan, but then you also have one from Aida and Lion King. And you have Susan Egan from Beauty and the Beast and James Monroe from Aladdin, mixing it up. And then you also have Mary Poppins and Aladdin towards the end of the festival there.
I have a story about Ashley Brown. Do you remember?
I do.
So Ashley Brown performed one of the nights that we were there, and we streamed it, and she was absolutely amazing. She blew out the house doing some Mary Poppins stuff and all that. So we went over after the show, and we watched Luminous, and she and her family were down the gangway where you would take the boat across Epcot, and they walked up when the show was done, and her son was like freaking out about us being, you know, YouTubers, live streamers, and his dad was like, "Oh, he's watching you. He's such a big fan." So it was like all about the family excited to meet us and all that. But I'm like, "Oh, wait, but you're Ashley Brown. It's so nice to meet you." She's like rolling her eyes. She's like, "Yeah, he loves you guys and all that stuff." I'm like, "Okay." He loves YouTubers. So I thought that was kind of neat. I wanted to make sure I said hello to her, but it was all about her son and living in Diz.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we'll be there again when she's there, but who knows? Maybe we'll cross the paths again.
That's right. Could be. Yeah.
I forgot about that. And then I just saw her face.
Funny.
I'm like, I know her. I know her.
Yeah. And then to wrap it up, there's a grand finale on the 22nd and 23rd with 4 performers together. So this will be really cool to see. I think that's always a great Ozzy. Thanks for subbing. Appreciate it.
We think. Yeah, it was a crazy scene over at. Not to interrupt you, a crazy scene over there at Slinky Dog Dash. Like, so many people were so excited to show that they were watching the stream and interacting with the camera and all that. So Ozzy, I appreciate you making it here. Welcome to the family.
Yes. And so you can also do the dining package. These are available at most restaurants. You're going to get an entree and a dessert, or a buffet where it's a buffet style restaurant, and one non-alcoholic drink or an alcoholic beverage if you're over 21. So, and then you do also have the one at Regal Eagle, but these go very quickly, especially depending on who is there. And I'm trying to think of how bad the lines were for Disney on Broadway. Do you remember last year?
Yeah.
Are they normally terrible or good or?
I feel like they. I don't think I think they're long. I think you do have to get in line at a decent time. You just can't show up 10 minutes before the show.
Got it.
I'm pretty sure. Tammy knows the lines though. I'll ask her later, but I think it's one we'll have to invest a little bit of time in order to get a good seat. And we've broken this down before, right? You're going to pay much more money for the chance to sit closer. So it's all about how important it is to you.
That's
right.
right.
How close do you want to be? And it depends on the event, right? Disney will only, I mean, it seems to be growing and growing now to where I think when you get acts like Boyz II Men or Beach Boys, I think these reservations are going like up from the front row to half the place. So Broadway, I don't know what they'll do there with the Broadway stuff. We'll be very observant when we get there and see, but we'll definitely wait in line a little bit if we have to, because it's a great time. Those are great shows to watch, especially if you can't make it to a Broadway show. You know, you get a nice little taste, kind of what it's like without the crazy costumes, the crazy good costumes and the sets. But at least you get the voices, which is the main part of all that.
Yep. So speaking of costumes, over in Communicore Hall, and I gotta say, I think this is the best use of Communicore Hall through any of the 4 festivals. I think Flower and Garden was decent, but I think this one is just amazing what they do with this one.
I would call this my favorite one also, because I love seeing history in front of my eyes. You know, I love seeing that. And this gives you a chance to be that close to authentic Broadway things. Items, clothes. And I love showing that too on stream. So we'll take the audience through that on Saturdays.
Yeah. So it says you'll get to discover authentic props, costumes, and behind the scenes insights as you explore the artistry of beloved stage productions like Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and I'm sure there'll be more. I know Newsies was there last year, but I just remember walking into that building and just being amazed. It didn't even look like Communicore Hall. It was just so well done.
That's probably the best transformation they do.
Yep.
It's nice. It's like a mini museum, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So then you also have Creative Connections, where you're going to be able to talk to the actual artist, have them even sign the artwork that you purchase from them, which I think is pretty amazing to be able to do that and have that type of access to some of these big name artists. And so here's some of them that'll be appearing. Mark Page, Jason Ratner, which I've reached out to join us on the show one day. Kenny Yamada, Steve Thompson. There's just so many. And you see some examples of their artwork there as well.
And it's so unique to each other, right?
Yes.
None of these are even close. It's so cool to see the interpretations that the different artists come up with. Very, very different.
Yep, very different. Fenway fan.
I noticed that.
You should go meet Fenway fan.
I think so. I'm going to have to pay attention to that.
But you're right. Just as Corey said, you look at each of these different styles. They're so different. And again, I think that's what's so amazing to me about art is that it is, open to interpretation. And so you've got so many varieties of art. So there's Maria Stuckey and John Quinn, Morgan Dita, Chris Huminga, David Buckley, Joey Chu, that one by Dylan Bonner.
Yeah.
And of course, it's your favorite princess.
That's Bellman. How much is that one? Wow. Look at that.
You might have to go see if you can find that booth.
Okay. that gives me something extra to do. We're gonna have to try to track that one down.
I like that
So
one by
many different
David
ones.
Perillo. Oh,
I
there's
know. I was
another
just looking
bell.
at that too. There's another bell.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all just so great. It's all so great.
Yeah.
I mean, if prices were super reasonable for most of us, I would walk out of there with so much art. Look at that Tinkerbell too.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Wow, they are really featuring a lot of artists. Now, okay, it's time for the foodie guide, everyone. And just looking at this, it's like I want it just for presentation. And there's no other festival that has as great a presentation of their food, right? Then as it should be, than Festival of the Arts. And look at this thing already. I mean, I'm sure you will dive into the details of the particular ingredients of it. But if you're only listening, everyone, definitely this is worth. This is a podcast that's worth watching if you can. But you almost have to describe it. It's kind of like a jelly roll, but it's like pink cream in there, and it's all purple with a couple of diced strawberries off to the side. Probably a little strawberry drizzle there on the plate, and some orange figment wings, probably some white chocolate wings there, and a little bit of frosting there. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But let's dive in.
They do a great job.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we starting first? Well, we're starting at opening bites. That makes sense. So here's a soft shell crab slider, green papaya slaw, and mango ketchup on a sweet roll. That should be roll. Let's just say it says roll. I don't eat too much crab or lobster. I probably eat more lobster than I do crab. I believe you had this last year, if I remember correctly.
I did. And if anyone has a question, put a Q in front of it, and we'll make sure we get to it. That includes you, Ozzy. And I thank you for subscribing on multiple devices. That's awesome. So we did. The thing that we couldn't remember, and it's weird that Jacob wouldn't remember it. I swore Jacob tried this. But Shirley's in chat. She's always good for backup on memory. So if she knows, she can chime in and chat. But if not, I'm going to get him to try it. And Tammy might try it. She might. I asked her. She cringed, but I told her, it's going to be like fish and chips, really. It's not fishy or anything like that. It's really cool. It's cool looking. Again, the presentation's super cool. It's not super chewy. It's just crunchy and tastes good. I think I've had it more than once, and I will have it again. And it could be a day one item on Saturday.
Okay. Magic Adventure says that's not it's not Maryland style, but she might try it.
Okay.
All right. You also have the Enchanted Rose over at Opening Bites, which is a dark chocolate mousse rose.
This was a favorite of Tammy's last year, so we'll be getting it again. And I enjoyed it too quite a bit. That's some good, cool, refreshing chocolate mousse inside. Very good. We probably rated it a 5 out of 5.
Is it served cold, like really cold?
I want to say so.
Okay.
I want to say so.
All right. That would do it for me. I don't know. Something about, room temperature or close to that for mousse just doesn't do it. So.
Yeah, Shirley said he tried it, so my memory did serve me well. Thank you, Shirley.
There you go. All right. Over in Connections, you've got barbecue chicken pizza, 2 slices of freshly baked pizza topped with smoked chicken, sweet barbecue sauce, cheese blend, peppers, and red onions. It says this is new, but a lot of people have said that they've had this before. But I don't know.
I'm going to say no on that.
Okay.
I have never seen that. It stood out to me. Looks amazing, but it's we would file that in the file with Mickey ice cream sandwiches. Like, you can get that anywhere. But with that said, it looks so good that I'm probably going to try it.
So, did you have California Pizza Kitchen restaurants in anywhere that you lived?
It sounds familiar, but I've never been to one.
Well, they sell it in the frozen pizza section at the grocery stores, but they have restaurants, or they did.
Oh, okay.
They're scaling back now, but they used to have a barbecue chicken pizza that was a thicker crust, and that was my favorite to get. Well, I first had it on Long Island, but they've since changed it and went to this very thin crust, and I don't like that. So that I could see getting over at Connections.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. Over at Connections, you also have a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Nashville is a style that's really hot right now. So you have a spicy hand-breaded chicken, roasted garlic aioli, and southern slaw on toasted brioche. And that is new.
Yeah, it's spicy chicken, some aioli. I would tuck that one for me, just being chicken and all that, with everything there is to try. I wouldn't mind trying it, but it's gonna go to the back of the bus, and maybe we'll get to it. The garlic aioli on that is probably pretty nice, though.
Yeah, yeah, but I know what you're saying. I mean, it's essentially spicy chicken. All right, deconstructed BLT. And it's funny, when I put this slide together, I thought I had the wrong picture. I'm like, BLT? That's not a BLT. But
it's deconstructed.
The deconstructed BLT, you've got pork belly, soft poached egg, onion bread pudding, watercress espuma, and tomato jam.
This is one we get every year. This is on our favorites list, so we should be able to get to it. And it is so good. Man, hey, I think this is the first time Jacob and I have ever had pork belly. And it was so good. So tasty, so juicy. And so it's a good one. That's a winner right there. We'll see if we rate it a 5 out of 5 Mickeys again.
All right. You also have deconstructed key lime pie, key lime curd, key lime gelee, toasted meringue, and graham cracker crumbs with waffle cone triangles. This one is new.
I am very excited for this. The deconstructed key lime pie looked way different in the past. This is really cool. What I see is you get these little cone pizza shape cutouts to just kind of dip that in, scoop it up, and eat it. I am very excited for this one. I am most excited about that one more than anything so far.
Okay.
That is going to be a must get. That's a day one. That's a day one, people.
Okay.
Day one. And it is on my favorites list. That's a day one. That looks so cool.
All right, over in the Odyssey, you have Figment's Inspiration Station. And here you have the popcorn chicken, and waffles. That is the name of it. With rainbow popcorn chicken, mini mozzarella, and maple syrup.
What's the white stuff? It looks like cheese curds.
I think that's the mini mozzarella. They just cut
okay. I missed
little
that.
Pieces of mozzarella.
Okay. All right. I'm in. I wasn't sure, but with the maple syrup added, I think that will top it off. That's gonna be very interesting and fun to eat. So, yeah, you can count me in on that one. That's over at the Odyssey.
The
Odyssey always has some good stuff.
Yes, but the waffles are just represented by maple syrup, because it doesn't say that there's waffle bits.
That's the red thing.
Oh, because it's a waffle cone. Got it.
Yeah. It reminds me of the variety of this type of bubble cone, like waffle thing that you can get at the booth across from the co-op, the Marketplace co-op in Disney Springs.
Got it.
And they have some really cool looking ones. I'm going to have to get one of those pretty soon. But whenever we're there, we're usually there for Salt and Straw, so we don't get that. So That's a go. Here it is.
Is your Figment Fantasy Cake, again, over at Figment's Inspiration Station. So it's a sponge cake filled with strawberry whipped cream. Okay, I'll go for that. Topped with a white chocolate ganache, orange icing, and white chocolate figment wings.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I'm very excited about that one too. Oof, could be a lot of day one things.
Okay.
It's a small menu, but it's quality.
Color scheme cake. I mean, this is appropriately named. It's a fruit-flavored, rainbow-hued cake topped with Skittles popped, sour, and original freeze-dried candy.
I'm a sucker for Skittles that are popped, freeze-dried. They're so good. This is probably something we'll try as well. It just looks fun. I think you're going to have to combine everything together and just slice it down from the top down and take it all, because I have a feeling that the cake part of it isn't going to have a lot of flavor.
Right.
Like it might be good on its own, but it'll be great by combining everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I have to make sure that's on my list. It was not on my list because there was no photo in the app. So it's now on the favorites list.
Leading from the fronts here.
What's up, leading from the front? We're talking food at the Festival of the Arts, which is a great festival. Arts, food, performances, all kinds of good stuff.
All kinds of stuff. All right, so here's a taco. Again, it said taco, and I went and I looked at my pictures, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but it does. It's a soft taco. My brain just went to a hard, crunchy taco.
There looks like too many toppings on that to be able to fold it.
To fold it, right? So flour tortilla filled with seared beef tenderloin, poblano pepper, black beans, and salsa roja. That's over in Mexico.
Looks fantastic. Jacob loves hitting the Mexico booth. I love Mexican food. I love everything they ever serve. But I kind of put that's one that I put it with Italy, where it's different kind of stuff, but I like Mexican and Italian, so I like to hit all the stuff that it's more difficult to get without being at the festival. So we might try it, but you got to go a few times before we dip into those two booths.
Eric
But it
says
looks
I'm
great.
in for any Latin food. Stick around. We've got more Latin food coming up. All right, so here you have a tostada de cangrejo. This is a crispy corn tortilla topped with guacamole, lump crab, mango, crispy onions, and hot sauce. This is also new.
Looks great.
All right, so Italy tends to, at least by your recollection, have the most, we'll call it consistency, right? Same menu all the time. Is there one that changes more than the others that you can think of?
Is there a booth that changes more than the others?
Like
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, every Festival of the Arts, you got 2 new things over there.
That's a great question. Well, I mean, I love Germany, and Germany always is pretty definitive from festival to festival being something totally different. I would say that. I would say it's a little more difficult for Mexico to do that, but it does strike funny to me that have you ever had anything Mexican that crab is included?
I mean,
I didn't think that was a thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look. I don't think so.
So that might be original enough to try.
Okay. So here over in Norway, you have the hazelnut praline bowler. That's a cardamom bun with hazelnut cream and a little figment on top.
Well, that sounds okay. Okay, that's at Kringla Bakery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds interesting. We're going to have to try that. We need to add that to the hit list. Let's add that to the
Eric
hit
says
list.
France changes a lot. I was thinking France. France changes a lot. All All right, you have over in China at the Painted Panda, you have the General Tso's chicken shume, dumplings filled with chicken, asparagus, onion, and water chestnuts topped with General Tso's sauce. Water chestnut, by the way, is one of Catherine's favorite vegetables.
Listen, I made water chestnuts for hors d'oeuvres on Christmas Eve. Never even had one.
Oh.
But I was at a patient's house who's from Ohio, and water chestnuts are popular there. She says that's one of the only places you can buy them. I don't know if that's true, but she gave me a can. She's like, "Take this can home, and here's the recipe. I want you to make these, and when you come back in a few days, let me know how it came out." And I was like, "Oh God, now I'm being pressured. I have to make these." So I'm texting Tammy. I'm like, "Okay, we need bacon, and we need this, and we need that, and this." She's like, "Check, check, 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 check. Anything else you need? We got all that." And I'm like, "Okay, good." So I came home and I made them, wrapped them in bacon, and threw them in the oven, and they were fantastic. They had a little bit of a snap to them, and they were very good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There you go. Something totally different. I wouldn't have, I mean, we just have it in our mixed, veggies.
Okay. But yeah, I like them.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Char siu pork bun. I feel like they've had something very similar to this. It says it's new, but sweet and savory Cantonese style barbecue pork in a steamed bun. Again, over in China. But I know this looks familiar to me, but I don't pay enough attention to the food, I guess, to recognize it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't eat in China very much, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I don't know if I like the consistency of the bun.
Yeah, I'm with you. But it would probably be okay. It's just it's an odd color.
Yeah. It's pretty. It looks good.
You also have an egg tart, Hong Kong style egg custard tart over in China. Can't say that I've ever had egg tart.
I have not either. Maybe someone can chime in the comments later on or in the chat right now.
And you have over at the refreshment outpost in between China and Germany, you have the Artist Palette Jumbo Chocolate Chip Cookie. Served with ketchup, mustard, and blue raspberry sauce. No, they're not sauces. I really want this cookie. Just, I know it's chocolate chip cookie, but I haven't had a good chocolate chip cookie in a while, so.
Yeah, that cookie. When I looked at that cookie the other night when I was previewing this menu, I said to Tammy, "What comes to mind?" And she's like, "I don't know what." I said, "Sour milk." When we were a vlog, I think it was a vlog that we did. This was the prize, I think, for the Figment scavenger hunt.
Oh.
Back then. And so you got the cookie and you got a milk. Cartons of milk. And when we all tried the milk, it was sour. So it made an impact on me. I'll never forget.
Yeah.
It was sour milk with that cookie.
Yeah. Yeah. You could probably still taste that taste right now.
I know, right? Isn't it funny how when you think in your brain of how something tastes, it's like you can almost taste it?
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. All right. You have over in Germany, you've got a red wine braised beef short rib, parsnip puree, broccolini, baby tomatoes, and balsamic glaze. I believe that I had 2 of these for some reason.
I think that we've had this before.
I think so.
I think we have. It looks really good. So if there's an opportunity to have it, I think that we will. We could dip into that again. I love everything Germany puts out year after year, festival after festival.
Agreed. Black Forest cake, absolutely my favorite over there. Chocolate mousse with morello cherries and chantilly cream. This is I remember sitting for Harmonious, or about to sit for Harmonious, and we got our spot. I had one, and park hadn't closed yet. Harmonious hadn't started yet, and I was like, I'm gonna go get another one, and I had a second one. Yes, that's right, and didn't even worry about it.
I think that I remember you telling me that. And Susie Q says that the egg tarts are so good they taste like a creme brulee in a pie crust.
Ah, okay.
And for the Black Forest cake, this is probably Tammy's best of the fest.
Mm.
And again, you know, there always seems to be some kind of dessert throughout the year somewhere in one of the festivals where we talk about the combination of cherries to chocolate. And it's like, if you remember those cherry chocolates back in the day, remember those? Yeah. That gives you an idea of what it's like. But this is better. And I will probably have this more than once before the festival is over. And I think that we're going to try to go to this festival a little more often than we usually do.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Yeah, that was put forth by Jacob. He wanted to make sure because he's got to go get something that we're going to be talking about soon.
Okay.
He looks forward to it every year. So we'll get there.
All right. Over in Italy, you have flash fried breaded fresh mozzarella with artist palette condiments. Again, not a new item.
No, and I've never had it, but it looks good. We just never had it.
It does. And it's fried mozzarella. All right. You've got polenta bolognese, parmesan, mozzarella, and tomato sauce over in Italy on the polenta pasticciata. And that is new. So look, they've got a new item.
Okay. It looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Raspberry spuma, vanilla sauce, mint, whipped cream, and puffed rice.
Also looks good.
Yeah. All right, over in America, you have the Steakhouse Lobster Caesar Salad. Romaine and red oak lettuce, warm water lobster, radish, herb, breadcrumbs, and house-made Caesar dressing. This one is new. Lobster Caesar salad. He's looking.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I probably won't get that because there's so many other things. I wouldn't prioritize it, but
a salad. Yeah,
yeah, it's just a salad to me.
But it is different to have a I don't think I had heard of a lobster Caesar salad before this.
I agree. Very creative.
Yeah. All right, peppercorn crusted strip loin with this is served with grilled asparagus, potatoes au gratin, and butter.
Sign me up. Sign me up for that one. Yes.
Yeah, and this is
new. It looks so good. It looks so good.
Yeah. Yeah. This is new over in the American Adventure at the Artist Table. And the dessert over there is going to be a dark chocolate tart, flourless chocolate cake, whipped cream, and raspberries. This is also new. Chocolate and raspberries go very well together.
Yes, they do. Count me in. Sign me up. And that is already on my list. So good.
Love it. All right. So you have the wild berry funnel cake. So, you know, they sell funnel cake over in the American Adventure. And so they have a wild berry funnel cake. This is a funnel cake sandwich with vanilla ice cream, powdered sugar, topped with brown sugar, brandy wild berry compote, whipped cream, and a dark chocolate sauce.
Looks good.
I'm not a funnel cake guy.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
And it's only by really assumption. Like, I don't even know if I've ever had it before.
Right.
It just reminds me of like an elephant ear or something like that. Like I don't know, something, you know, like that, or a little bit of a waffle, which I love waffles, but there's just so it just comes down to there's so many other desserts to try. It doesn't go to the front of the list, but it does look really good. I mean, if I was over your house and you're like, oh, we got this dessert, you want some? I'd be like, heck yeah, let's give that a try.
I don't eat funnel cake, but he thinks he's going to get some at my house.
Just making an example.
All right, over in Japan, you've got a crisp, flaky, fish-shaped chocolate-flavored pastry filled with custard and served with whipped topping, assuming that's teaki.
Without even, I'm trying to enter something in the chat, and I was guessing this was from Japan, just looking at that. Like, what other country would make like this chocolate dessert, but stamp a fish on it?
Yeah. Yep.
There's got to be meaning to it. There's got to be some kind of meaning.
I'm sure there is.
That I just don't know, but that's strange. But it looks good with custard inside.
Yeah.
I like things that are different to try for the audience. I'm gonna put that down.
Okay. There you go. All right,
we
so
need to try that.
You also have the sushi donut over in Japan. Donut shaped.
All right,
sushi
this
with
podcast
salmon.
is over. I guess there are several foods that have given us PTSD here at LID, and one of those was the chocolate chip cookie with the paintbrush because it's associated with sour milk. And this was one of the very rare things that one of the members of the family took a bite and promptly turned around and spit it in the trash. It's probably great for those who like the raw fish kind of stuff on top of rice. So I'm not going to knock it. But for us, it was a no. I've tried a lot of raw tuna stuff and all that, the Hawaii booths and things like that. It's just not for me. I'm not into the pokey stuff. And so no, it's a no for me.
Gotcha. I eat a little bit of it, not a ton. No.
Yeah.
Here you have the Tokyo Kawaii roll, crispy shrimp tempura wrapped in multicolor sushi rice and topped with refreshing yellow yuzu sauce and a tangy plum sauce.
It's pretty. I bet it's tasty, and I bet that is just under $8.
There you go.
We'll have to check that now.
Wagyu bun. This is also new. This is a steamed bun filled with sweet and savory minced American Wagyu beef. And it's purple.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Over in Morocco, I believe this is Morocco's only, no, it's the only item I pulled. Of course, they have the bread bowl. But you do have the Moroccan wrap. You can get chicken, lamb, or falafel. It's served with the tomato cucumber relish and garlic sauce. Which
it looks good. It looks good. I wouldn't mind trying it.
Yeah.
Miss Mel says looks yummy. Can't go wrong with that tempura. I agree. Tempura is good. I do like tempura.
Which wrap would you get? Chicken, lamb, or falafel?
I'm not sure if I know what falafel is. Oh, it's plant-based.
Yeah.
So no. I would probably go with, what was the first choice?
Chicken.
Second choice?
Lamb.
Probably the lamb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so this is over at between Morocco and France. This is anytime I see this, it reminds me of the festival that Corey and I went to with Catherine and I was gonna call him by his real name. No.
Crew It Up.
Crew It Up, thank you. Where we ordered, what did we order? 2? And we should have really got like 4. It just wasn't enough.
Oh, see, I was telling the story the other day, and because Jacob said he is totally getting this on day one. So he loves it, and our memory was that we were all together. We were literally making our way around the World Showcase, stopping at leaving no booth unturned for quite some time. I thought that we ordered like 7 of these. Am I wrong? I just remember I think Catherine thought one was for her, and she took it. So we came up short. Didn't we come up short?
Maybe that's what
we came
happened.
up short on one.
I know we came up
like,
short.
I was like, just eat that, and then somehow I still got to have some. So I don't even know. but yes, they're so good. They are so good.
Yeah,
they're a
very
5 out
good.
of 5. Mickey's here at LID.
Amusement Park Pirates, good to see you. Are you a soup guy?
I am a big time soup guy. I could have soup every single day of the week. I really could. I love soup. This is an interesting soup, right? When you just throw a piece of corn in it. You have avocado chunks there, and potato, chili spiced chicken. Is it guayulo?
Guayillo?
And
yeah,
guayulo and arbol chili spiced chicken with creme fraiche. I don't know. Butchered that one, but I don't know. It looks interesting. I bet it tastes pretty good.
What is the red string on top?
I don't know. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
The same booth also has passion fruit filled mango cheesecake, coconut pineapple cake, dragon fruit jelly, and dragon fruit strawberry sauce. I'm trying to think if I've had dragon fruit. I think I've had it as like a juice or something, but yeah, I don't think I would get. I'm not much into coconut cake, so I don't think mixing it with pineapple would make it any better.
I love the idea of this. I could see myself trying it if we can get around to it. I just actually texted this to Jill because she loves passion fruit mango stuff, so she will be very happy about that.
And Tammy,
and it is on my list already. It's already.
Tammy
on my list.
likes coconut.
Oh no, we wouldn't include her in this one. We would eat it. We would eat it in front of her.
All right, here you have a layered berry pina colada smoothie, wild berry pina colada, and strawberry. This is non-alcoholic. Berry pina colada, and yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Yep, I'd have one of those.
That would be fine.
All right, we're going to head to France for a warm, creamy brie in a house-made bowl. And it doesn't say it's new, so I'm assuming it's returning.
Warm, creamy cheese with bread. How can you say no?
Oh, Paul says you lost him at coconut. And that was the first word in the description. This one's a very nice long title. You guys can go ahead and try. But it's a crab cake, lobster bisque, and lemon dill sour cream.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I need to put that on the list.
All right, that's over in France.
Those are the things I get excited about. That's something that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Never had it. Presentation is great. So I have high expectations of this one.
Okay. Yeah, I would say try that one. Another the name just goes on and on and on. These are chocolate orange eclairs with orange cream, chocolate ganache, crispy hazelnut, and candied oranges. Chocolate orange. I think I would want to try it for the chocolate orange.
I just don't know if I've ever had chocolate and orange together.
I don't think so. But I don't know. Could be good.
Yeah, it could be.
Folks in chat,
could be good.
Know. Have you had chocolate orange together? I'm trying. I feel like there's a candy that's chocolate and orange, but I don't know. I could just be thinking of the orange flavored Tootsie Rolls, which are not chocolate. They're just fruit flavored.
Right.
Mom says she took French in school, but that looks Greek to her. But I couldn't get to my button. Sorry, Mom. Here's a booth I'm just skipping. Wild mushroom risotto. This is has aged Parmesan, truffle shavings, and Zinfandel reduction over at Gourmet Landscapes in Canada. No mushrooms for me, so I would skip this whole booth because I know it's all mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
I got to review this
good.
booth on Pete's show the other night, and I was like, nope, the whole booth, skip it.
Oh, man, Canada always brings it.
Yeah.
Canada always brings it.
That
looks good. The only thing that would kind of stop me is I hope it's a little bit bigger of a portion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it looks small, so don't charge me like $6 for that. That's probably a $5. If it's a $5 item, okay, but sometimes it's too small. But I feel like Canada is usually pretty reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Some people in chat are saying chocolate and orange goes well together. And the box chocolates would have chocolate orange in them. So maybe that's where I saw it then. Yep. Steve says anything with mushrooms is good. Oh. Roasted bone marrow. This is going to come with onion marmalade, pickled mushrooms, and petite lettuce.
We've had this before. We've decided we're going to skip it this year. It's decent. It really is a tiny, tiny portion. Really, it's like the novelty of like eating out of a bone. That's kind of neat. So if you haven't done it before and you want to try it, sure. But I think we're good. We're good on it from here on out. I'd probably lie to you if I was making it up. I don't even remember it's mushrooms, petite lettuce, marmalade. Almost like maybe like a brown gravy kind of taste overall, I think is what I think I got out of that.
Okay.
So it was fine. It was fine.
Okay.
You can all go back and watch Festival of the Arts from last year or the year before when we did try it and get our actual review. But we didn't poo-poo it. It was pretty good. But I think I asked Jacob, I'm like, are you wanting that again? And he's like, nah, I think I'm good. So guess it wasn't good enough to make sure we get it again.
Theo says he would rather have a turkey leg.
Now I'd have to think about that.
Here's a beet tartare, golden beet egg yolk, mustard vinaigrette egg yolk, mustard vinaigrette, pickled mustard seeds, pickled mushrooms, spiced pistachios, and feta. I don't know why feta is in snow over at Canada.
You know, they served beets last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we got beets at the Canada booth as we made our way around towards the devouring of the empanadas.
Mm-hmm.
But it was totally different. It was nothing like this.
Yeah.
It was nothing like this at all. Spiced pistachios. That's very different. I didn't even know this was like a Canadian thing. Pickled mushrooms. Okay, this is odd enough for me to want to try it.
Okay. All right.
Put it on the list. Sign me up.
It is on the list. All right, so over at Fictional Victuals, which is near Disney Traders, you have 3 chapters. Chapter 1 is beach oysters, grilled oysters, mustard seed, peppercorn, sauvignon. Because I said that like the wine, and creamed spinach. And this is a new item.
Oh. I don't know if I'm an... Well, no. I mean, we had oysters. First time I ever had oysters was at Alelo in Hawaii at Alani. And it was good. Jacob and I, as a father and son, tried them for the first time. And I think we liked them. I'm not sure how expensive this would be being oysters. What do you think? Is this like a $9.99 kind of item?
I would say probably about that.
Okay. I'm going to put it on the list just in case we decide to do that.
All right. Chapter 2 is going to be Plate of Impossible Bites, roasted turkey breast, onion and bacon custard tart, cherry gel, brown butter toast milk foam, and pineapple toffee butter.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of count myself out on a lot of impossible stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have real meat.
But it says roasted turkey breasts.
Oh, Susie Q said your pronunciation was on point for the Sauvignon.
Oh. Gold star for me. Chapter 3 is going to be a tea treat, which is Twinings Earl Grey tea treat chocolate pot de creme, lemon Madeline, rose and raspberry jam, and a tea biscuit crumble. That is chapter 3. Interesting.
Oh. Presentation is pretty neat.
Yes, it is. That
if you're watching and having a good time here, everyone, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't done that, we are live in the parks Wednesdays and Saturdays, podcast on Tuesday nights. And yeah, definitely hit the like button right now so YouTube can share it out to more people. I'm sorry, you're saying?
It's one of the things that I love about this festival is, you don't have, like you said, food and wine, obviously, huge menu. You have a smaller menu, but you have them presented in a very artistic way. So I kind of like that. All right, you have a sparkling spectacle gâteau, I believe, over at Deco Delights, which is near Port of Entry. I think that description is incorrect. So I'll go back and look that up. But that's the same description from the last item.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I can bring that up for you quick.
Find that one. Yeah, the sparkling.
Yeah,
spectacle.
it's a vanilla bean mousse with a golden caramel center and apricot jam on a hazelnut cookie. So, yeah, it's on my list already without a photo. Now that I see the photo, I am even more inclined to go ahead and do that. And I'll give credit to Samantha Lowe. She just texted me and said that those oysters will be $7.99. Thank you, Sam. So, Sam's my right-hand girl when we're live and when we're not live. Sam takes care of me.
Love it. You're going to skip this booth, right?
Steph Joy in the Journey says you can eat the flowers. It always feels so wrong to eat the flowers, but always so right. So it's fun to eat them.
I have done that.
It has been decided for Shirley and everyone that, Jacob would run, not walk to this booth on Saturdays. Love the new can. Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And we're going to skip the plain grilled cheese one, and we're going right to this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say that. Croque Monsieur inspired grilled cheese with Black Forest ham. I can never say the cheese word either. And I know Sharon always tries to. Gruyere. Okay, Gruyere. And bechamel sauce served with tomato soup. It looks fantastic. We will each get one, and I hope they serve it on that slab of stone.
It's that same slab of stone that they served, that they showed for the last preview we did.
Yeah.
They just keep passing it around.
Mm-hmm.
And so Pop Eats is over at the walkway between World Showcase and the Imagination Pavilion.
Paul Engel has enjoyed that too, and he doesn't normally have tomato soup. And the tomato soup is nice. It's not. Can you say a soup's not watery? It's creamy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a creamy texture to it, so it's not just like water. It's so good, and it's probably the one thing, if not other things, that we will get every time on a Saturdays, because Jacob loves it. He knew it was coming out on the menu before the menu was revealed. He just
Okay.
remembers when it comes out, over at Pop Eats. So definitely.
So across the walkway from Pop Eats, you have Swirl Showcase. There you're going to have this Imagination Cone, Pink Vanilla Soft Serve, and a Lavender Cone, Sparks of Imagination, and White Chocolate Figment Wings. So this kind of goes along with the cake that we saw earlier.
Yeah.
And now you get ice cream.
I will skip that because I'll be ordering something else from that very same booth.
So again, over at Swirl Showcase, you have a Candy Trio Flight Dole Whip Strawberry with Starburst Minis, which, by the way, I did not think I would like Starburst Minis because they're number one, they're smaller and they're unwrapped. I'm like, this just feels weird eating Starburst that way, but they're actually really
Do you like the act of unwrapping them?
So I have a ratio thing. Like, for example, regular Reese's peanut butter cups are my favorite. I do not like mini Reese's because the peanut butter to chocolate ratio is off from what a regular Reese's peanut butter cup is.
Did we discuss this before? Like, because
Maybe.
that's my total take on Reese cups.
Is
It's
it?
the ratio.
Yeah.
It's the ratio. Like, I need a bigger. The bigger the Reese cup, the better, because you're getting the ratio of chocolate to peanut butter is much larger towards the peanut butter, which is what you want.
Right.
Because I feel like it's not the greatest chocolate when you get the Reese cup. It's more about just the combination of the chocolate and the peanut butter. But there's no ratio really with the Starburst. It's just tiny Starbursts.
Yeah, it's just smaller. But I also think, yes, I am very particular, Miss Mel, with my candy.
Would you rather have a handful of pistachios in one hand that you have to open them, or if I handed you 5 pistachios already opened?
Pistachios? I don't eat pistachios, so I don't want either.
Let's say that you did. Let's say that you did.
I would probably have them already open. Yeah.
Okay, so that's like the Starburst. They're already open.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, you also have a Dole Whip Lemon with Skittles Popped Original Freeze-Dried Candy, and you have a Lime Dole Whip with Chili Lime Seasoning and Lifesaver Gummies. You had this before, right? And didn't like it?
Oh no, we had it and I think we loved it.
Okay.
Listen, I had to clean up all of them because the girls and Jacob didn't finish them. So I had to clean them all up. And I think that's when J Dubs came over and was visiting, and we swapped popcorn buckets that day, Tammy was saying. And I think she had something too. I mean, so we had several of us there trying to finish these off. They're not huge, but it becomes a lot if you've got 3 of them.
Yeah.
And we really had a lot of fun building these. So this is a great thing for to bring your kids to do and build. I mean, what kid doesn't like to play with food? It was fun to decide. We actually would stand there and go, okay, we've got the Dole Whip Lime. What would go good with that? I don't know. Let's try some of these Starbursts and we'll put those on it. Let's give that a shot. It was fun to mix and match and try the stuff. It's a fun little flight. What they don't show there, it does come on a tray, and all the candies are actually sitting beside or in front of the containers, the cups. So it doesn't come like that for you already. You get to build them. So you can mix and match and do that kind of thing. So that's a lot of fun. We'll get it again.
Yeah, that does add something to it. I thought it was served that way as you see it in the picture. If you get to build it and kind of mix and match stuff, then yeah, that adds a little bit to it.
Now, you know what? I should probably just say we could show up if we try this on Saturdays that it comes this way. Like they may have decided this is the way we're going to do it this year, but last year at least you could mix and match and do whatever you wanted. The toppings were not included on it when you got it.
Got it. Yes, Miss Mel, you can choose your own adventure. You want to put chili lime with strawberry? Go for it.
Yeah.
Liquid nitrogen mini cake pop. This is cotton candy sponge cake, white chocolate ganache, and colorful chocolate splats. This is new, and Corey's not going anywhere near it, I'm sure.
Nope, never. Listen, this is located right across from, you can almost predict the live stream, everybody. This is located right across from Pop Eats that has the wonderful grilled cheese and tomato soup. We just have to go over here for the dessert, and we will be getting this every year. I don't know if Disney yet has repeated anything. They keep coming up with a different liquid nitro dessert. They may have repeated one time, maybe, but I wouldn't be surprised if everything's been original to this point. And this one, again, looks great. It's fun to show the audience how they make it. It's fun to see the nitro steam coming off the dessert. But as we learned last time, be very careful with the bows; they do fall off. So, if you want to be a park pro, make sure you want to just break that bow off and eat it separately.
Shirley,
Steph loves the nitro treats too.
Shirley says no hummingbird cake this year. Maybe they'll have it at Flower and Garden. Doesn't it seem like it should go with Flower and Garden hummingbird cake? All right, you've got over at Craftsman's Courtyard, which is again over in that same area, walkway between World Showcase and Imagination Pavilion. Beef Wellington inspired croissant supreme. Cream spinach croissant pinwheel mushroom. Gorgonzola ragu, mustard grilled flank steak. See, I would love the steak, but not the. I don't know that I would buy it just for the steak.
Paul Engel would like a dark chocolate version of the previous item. Walkway between World Showcase and the Imagination Pavilion. Okay. Trying to think exactly where that one would be. Imagination Pavilion. Oh, that's probably leading to Pop Eats.
Yeah, I think so.
It looks so good.
Yeah,
it looks so good. Might have to pay attention to that one too.
That's a good croissant too.
Yeah, let me see if it's already been added to my favorites list. And it has.
X is the green tomato grilled cheese gone. I'm going to say yes. Maybe.
And that is pro tip 1132026. Eat the bow before it falls off. Yes. Oh yeah, the green tomato grilled cheese is gone. Yes, it is.
Okay. Yep.
Wow, look at that.
Tony
That's a whole bowl full of mussels right there.
Yep. PEI mussels, sauteed tomatoes, garlic, and fresh herbs. Nope, I'm good. And then you also have over at the Sunshine Seasons, which is in the Land Pavilion, you've got the Architecture of Drip, blueberry flavored gelato topped with scoops of banana and berry whipped cream. I've never had banana whipped cream. A waffle cone and sprinkles. And this is new.
It looks interesting, doesn't it?
They always have, isn't that where they always have drinks? Or do they also have like a snack for the
Yeah, there's always a drink. There's always a drink.
Okay.
Definitely. Look at that. Nice thick straw.
Mm-hmm.
Blueberry flavored gelato. That's a lot of gelato there.
That is.
It's almost like a milkshake, right? Maybe a milkshake consistency. Scoops of banana berry whipped cream. This all sounds too good to pass up. This might be something to try.
Go to Soren, come right out, get your gelato.
Yeah.
The Architecture of Drip. Joffrey's also gets in on the action. They're going to have an espresso with choice of milk and vanilla syrup, topped with lavender whipped cream, and Skittles popped. I'm telling you, these popped are all over the place.
They're all the rage.
All the rage. And they also have spirited versions available with Bailey's Irish cream liqueur. That is a new item, and that's going to be at the Joffrey's locations throughout the park. So, take us back. What's your got to get it on day one?
Okay, our got to get it on day one. I would say the deconstructed BLT in the key lime pie. I don't know about the deconstructed BLT. That's possible, but I'll say what I feel definite about. It seems like it's a lot of desserts. Deconstructed key lime pie. I would put that one down. I would go with the, let's see, the Black Forest cake is going to be a must. The grilled cheese and tomato soup is going to be a must. The nitro pop will be a must. I would probably put it with those now. Oh, and the empanada is going to be a must. So if we can get all of those in, a lot of those are favorites of ours. And then we'll see if we want anything else. And if not, we'll return and get those other things. But those are, I think, our day one things for sure.
Love it. All right, chat and those watching afterwards, let us know in the comments. Let us know in chat right now. What would be your day one gotta have it? Is there one that sticks out? You don't care how long the line is, you're going to get it. Let us know. All this was pulled from Disney Parks blog, the official Disney site. And so we didn't go into the beverages. So there's plenty of beers and IPAs and wines and drinks in the festival as well. We tend to skip over that because we like digging into the food and the entertainment. So, I think for me, the empanada would be a day one. Maybe the beef Wellington. It's quite a bit.
There really is lots of unique things. Bone broth and collagen soup is not on the menu.
Not on the menu.
I do not think so.
Mm-mm.
It'll be a BYOB. Bring your own. Bring your own broth.
Bring your own broth. Ma'am, what's in this container here? Oh, it's a bone broth.
Yeah.
Got to watch from the beginning because got here late. No problem, J-Dub. Yeah, go back and watch the beginning. You'll be able to tell when we start the food because Corey starts drooling right there. So no worries.
I know. I came to this thing on an empty stomach.
Oh.
Now I'm going to go devour the kitchen.
Yeah.
Steph's Joy in the Journey says chocolate mousse would be on my list as number one. That's Tammy's number one. Yeah.
Is that the it's so hard for me to call her Steph because I've always seen her name as Stephanie. The
True
Enchanted Rose or the one in Germany? I'm assuming the one in Germany. That's gonna be one I get. Maybe I'll get it and go watch Luminous right after.
There you go.
Just to keep.
That's gonna be on Friday, right?
Am I going Friday? That Friday? Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, when do you go?
Right.
It's not this weekend. It's not this weekend.
Next weekend. Yeah.
Got it.
I think that was the plan. I might try and see
Friday.
Bob Thursday when I get in. If I get in enough time. I might go see Yeehaw Bob. Then Friday is Epcot. Saturday morning, I'm going to go to Magic. And then Saturday afternoon, meet you guys at Hollywood. Are we doing Hollywood? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. In chat, Theo says, how's the popcorn going? So we came up with a new hack that I don't think anybody's done before. It even caused the cast members in the confectionery the other night to huddle up and talk about it. And what we decided was, my brain that can never decide on one single thing, I decided, why couldn't we combine the Valentine Sweetheart mix and Starlight together? And the cast member came over and she said, we were just talking about this and we think that this is a really cool idea. So what I had her do was I had her do Starlight first, all the layers like she would halfway, and then with the white chocolate, and then the Sweetheart mix is the strawberry popcorn and the marshmallows and chocolate, dark chocolate. And it worked out very well. I broke it up. I put it in a container and I was eating some, and you can kind of look through it. And if you want a few bites of Valentine mix, you can have that. And if you want a little Starlight, you can grab that. And those two together aren't bad at all. Aren't bad either. So it is something that I will definitely do again. So if you can't decide between two specialty popcorns, everyone, you can have them do half and half. Now, she asked if I wanted it all mixed together. I said, no, I want them separate so I can have a little bit of the choice when I'm eating it. Like tonight, if I want to sit down tonight and I feel like Starlight and not so much the strawberry, I'll pick through it and I'll eat the Starlight. So it went very well.
Nice. And the strawberry is strawberry popcorn, and what's the mix with it? Did you say marshmallows?
Pink and red M&Ms, marshmallows, and dark chocolate, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good combo. Not that I would eat strawberry popcorn, but.
Yeah. So right now in our airtight containers, we have some LW left. I think we threw away the Halloween. There was a little bit of Halloween left. We've got the combination strawberry and Starlight. And we have plenty of Christmas left.
I may not be bringing any popcorn home this next trip.
Why?
So I'm not taking a carry-on or checked luggage this time. So I'm just taking my backpack. Well, I'm getting a new backpack that'll be just the size of the personal item that you can take on.
Okay. Well, pro tip 1302, get the popcorn on day one and just enjoy it at the end of the night and eat it and finish it, on your last night there.
on a 3-day trip, he wants me to eat that whole popcorn. I'm not Corey. No, there were times when I would do that. When we first got the popcorn, oh yeah, I devoured that thing. You'd see me sitting because we had the Verbo at that time, and I would just sit at the kitchen counter just eating the whole thing. It's like, oh, this is way too good. Way too good. So tomorrow, Living in Diz is at Magic Kingdom.
We are at Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom closes at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Yay. But we worked with it last time. We still brought the stream into the 10 o'clock hour. So we'll definitely do that. And we'll have some fun. We'll take what the park gives us. We'll do Starlight at 7:45. Kind of promised the audience on Saturdays that I would make my way onto Main Street since we haven't done Main Street in a while. So I think it would be pretty easy, right, to make my way over there well before HEA because it's at 9.
Yeah.
Right? It's at 9. So that actually closes out the night right there. So maybe we'll do something like finish it. I'll step to the side. People can kind of people watch people leaving a little bit, and then we'll dip into the Emporium a little bit and quickly look at some merch, and then we'll be on our way. And I finally did on Main Street. We hacked. Hacked is my favorite new word lately, even though it's not new. But I'm coming up with a lot of hacks for different things. So we tried a different mixture to take out like 300 plus calories out of the iced chai tea latte. And it was good. It was really good. So I was happy about that. That was good. It was good stuff. So we did that on Saturdays too. I don't think I won't get anything tomorrow, but next time maybe we'll try another one. They have the pistachio one out now, so we'll have to grab one of those maybe next time we're over there. Next time we're back on a Saturdays. So we're at EPCOT this weekend live, and tomorrow night live at Magic. EPCOT Festival of the Arts on Saturdays, and then I don't know where we'll be next Wednesday. We'll have to decide because the following one we're at Hollywood, right? So could be Magic again. We'll see. We like to mix it up most of the time, but we are doing like an unprecedented 3 Magics in a row. This will make 3 Magics in a row tomorrow.
On Wednesdays.
Yeah. No, on
Oh,
Saturday
well,
too.
yeah, on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah. That's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
It was different. Just worked out that way.
Yeah. But that's all right. So what I try to do is if we have an early closing at Magic, I tend to make the post show a little bit longer. Yeah.
Okay, great.
So.
I appreciate that. That's awesome. Love it when you all hang around and interact with each other. I usually keep it on the way home, so it's nice entertainment for me, enjoying that with all of you. Miss Mel's asking how the Starlight Valentine's Day popcorn mix came out. I just explained it, but it was great. It was really great, and we'll do it again. It was nice to pick through that and eat what you wanted to eat whenever you want to. So it's good stuff. Yeah. Steve loves his popcorn too. It doesn't usually make it home to North Carolina.
No.
We're talking like 3 containers worth.
I appreciated the longer post show. Well, thank you, Miss Mel.
That is very nice. We appreciate Miss Mel.
I don't know what next week's DIZPod topic is, but we'll be here. I got a couple of
We'll be here.
I'm working on.
Okay. We'll be here. And we're
My
glad that
friend
all of you had joined us.
That my friend that goes on all the cruises, the Disney cruises, he is currently on the Allure of the Seas.
Oh, okay. We've been on that one. The only one we've been on. Absolutely loved it.
So
love that ship. Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Oh, she said she stepped out of the room. No problem. Go back and watch. All right, folks. So we will see you tomorrow at Magic.
Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night,
Diz.
probably 6:45 Eastern time, but I always try to get there sooner, but it's a busy day tomorrow, so we'll get started as soon as we can and have a lot of fun with all of you. We appreciate you all watching us live. We all appreciate you any way you all listen and or watch on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, as well as Amazon. So in the YouTube Music app, all that's good stuff. So we appreciate that so much. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight live. And we good?
Yeah, I was just going to mention, if you're watching live, I'm going to send you over to Pete McDevitt, who is live at the Clubhouse Crew, and they are playing Never Have I Ever Disney Edition. So
fun. Give him a little raid and let him know that we sent you. And tell him, go Patriots.
I have this thing with Pete now because his team took my Pete Alonso first base from the Mets. So.
Oh no! And the Red Sox did nothing.
I know. All right, it's still early. Maybe you got something going on.
I know. Let's hope so. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Always fun to do festival previews. We'll be back with something new and fresh and good next week. And so for now, we're just a couple of bros talking Disney. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Party, where the magic's here to stay.